Alright, hey guys, it's TJ and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Today I'm going to be telling the story about how I broke my arm back in 1st grade. This is the only bone I ever broke, and it was actually on my grandma's birthday, so that was interesting. I guess we'll get right into the story. So it was my grandma's birthday, and we were celebrating her birthday at a park with all the cousins and stuff. So I had, Cole, Alex, who you've probably seen in my videos, and some other cousins there. There was my aunt's boyfriend, who we'll call him Mark, even though that's not his real name. But yeah, we'll call him Mark. So Mark was kind of cocky, kind of a jerk, kind of annoying, extremely annoying actually. He always thought he knew what was right and all that stuff. At the park, me and my cousins were just messing around and stuff, and there was this kind of like zipline type thing. It was like this metal pole that was horizontal, and it was all squiggly and stuff, and you could grab this thing that was attached to it so you could slide along it, kind of like a zip line. So me and my cousins were just messing around on that and the other parts of the playground, just having a ton of fun, just messing around. And little did we know that it would end in a crying hospital trip. It was all fun and games until someone breaks their freaking arm because somebody didn't really think. So, we were just having a great time. Nothing could go wrong. We're just at a park. What could go wrong at a park? So, we're doing that. I jump on the zip line and start going across it. And again, it's kind of swiggly, it goes left, then right, then left, then right. Wait, swiggly? Did I just say that? Is that even a word? Anyway, we'll just say it is. But yeah, it goes left and right, blah, blah, blah. And usually that's no problem. But when Mark over here comes over and is like, I'm gonna go push this kid, and freaking grabs my legs and flings me forward. I'm not even kidding. I'm on that thing having a great time, going my own pace. And he grabs my legs and flings me forward, just pushes me forward. And so because it's all, zigzag, goes left, right. And usually it's pretty slow. It's like left, then right, then left. But no, this dude catapults me forward. So it's left, right. And I'm flying left and right, flying to the left, to the right, flying everywhere, swinging. My legs are going to the left and then to the right. And I've said left and right tons of times, but it's swinging everywhere. I'm panicking. It's shaking everywhere. It's just I don't know why I just shook in my chair. But anyway, yeah, it was swinging everywhere, and I was like, this is it, boys. This is the end. And, yeah, my little, I don't even know how old I was. It was back in 1st grade, so it was I was what, 7, 6, something around there? And, my little 6-year-old hands could not hold on to the metal bars, I think it was a cold day. They were getting cold. Couldn't really hold on that well, and, I went flying off. My legs, because I was going left and right, my legs, slipped to the left, they kind of swung to the left, and that's what made me let go. I don't know. So let me try to paint the image. So I'm swinging left and right, going, wah, 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 wah. And as you can imagine, if you're holding on to something hanging, and you go left, right, really fast, your legs are gonna be swinging everywhere, alright? So my legs, this kept happening, so my legs go flying out from under me, swinging until I was almost horizontal, and I couldn't hold on anymore, and I let go and landed right on my right hand. I put my right hand out to, stop myself, and it broke my wrist. A cracking sound filled the air. My bones were sticking out of my hands. Blood was spewing everywhere. The wood chips on the ground under me were sticking into my hand as well. But I didn't feel the pain from that because I was too surprised by the fact that my wrist bone had just popped out of my freaking wrist. No, I'm just kidding. None of that happened. You couldn't actually see it, nor could you hear it. But I just got up and I was crying, and because it hurt really bad. I just broke my wrist. So then I walk over to the pavilion where all the adults are talking, and I'm bawling my eyes out. As a kid, I wasn't one of those kids that cried over everything. I didn't cry that much. So when I started crying, my parents kind of knew that something had happened. So I explained the whole situation to them. And my grandma, luckily, she's a nurse, and she was like, okay, try to move your wrist. And I could move it, but it was really weak. It was hard to move, and it hurt to move it. And she was like, yeah, you probably broke it. So then my mom drives me to the hospital. I'm bawling in the room, and everybody was just staring at me because I'm in the waiting room just bawling my eyes out, screaming and stuff. And so people just kept looking over me what the heck is happening to that kid? Is he just sitting there? Is he crazy? He's just sitting there bawling his eyes out. Just imagine that. Just imagine, you go to get your flu shot, or you go to, just for your regular exam, nothing's wrong with you, and you sit in the waiting room and you just hear for 30 minutes. I mean, maybe it wasn't 30 minutes, but it sure as heck felt like 30 minutes. I was just sitting there waiting for the doctor, and he never came. He did, get here eventually, but then he helped me out. He, I think I was... So, yeah, so he, you know, deduced it was broken, took some x-rays, put a cast on it, and the cast remained for my first day of first grade. And so I walk in first grade with the cast on my arm, and everyone was like, oh, so I was that kid with the freaking a cast on my arm on the first day of first grade. So that was interesting. But yeah, after, you know, we went to the hospital, we went back to my grandma's house where the adults had, you know, they came back from the park and ended up at my grandma's house. So we returned to our grandma's house, and Mark over here was like, so what did they say? And my mom was like, it's broken. And he's like, no, I can assure you it is not broken. And she was like, they took x-rays. I mean, you can go talk to him. He's like, I will go talk to him right now. I know I did not break his wrist. And I was like, I mean, you kind of did, man. I mean, there was x-rays and there was a big crack in my freaking bone. I mean, I'm pretty sure you did. But yeah, so that's the story of how I broke my arm back in first grade when I was 6. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.